have here an old engine, probably from the early 90s. It's an ASP 91 ABC. Now by the looks of this box, seeing as it was marketed by World Engines then is what I'm going by as far as the date on this thing. Just picked this up. Was going to do a quick look inside. So let's see what we've got here. We've got some small amount of paperwork here. These are the operating instructions. This really makes me think this is a rather old engine. I don't ever remember seeing operating instructions quite this small and brief. What's this here? Something about a pit style muffler that didn't come with this engine. With the warranty card, unfortunately there's no date on it, but World Engines was out of Indianapolis, or ISC International Trading Company out of Indianapolis. So this dates back quite some time. What do we have here? We've got an Allen key, a couple of exhaust screws, and needle valve. That's always a good thing to have. Here's the engine. ABC construction. Front bearing feels pretty smooth. Actually, this thing feels like it's maybe some light mounting marks, but it doesn't look like. This prop driver is in really good shape. It doesn't really look like this thing has been. Trying to smell it. I'm not even sure I can tell if this thing's been run yet. Now let's see what this exhaust looks like. So here's the muffler, and ooh, what's this? Some nasty goo from the sitting in that foam for too many years, it looks like. But this engine looks like it's in, oh, unfortunately that shit's on the top too. This engine looks like it's in good enough shape that this could be taken out and run just like it is. So instead of doing an inside look on this engine, I think I'm going to turn this into a box to the bench review. So let's get this thing outside and get some fuel through it. Good morning. Here I have a recent acquisition. This is probably a vintage early 90s ASP 91 ABC engine. Just got it from RC Groups. Was going to do a look inside on it, but the condition of this engine is such that I think it's been run once, but it's in such good condition that I just decided I'm going to do a box to the bench review. And the only thing I've really done to it is this exhaust has some foam residue crap on it from sitting in a box for many years. I cleaned that off. I put a new plug in it, which is a KMB 7311 plug, and I put a freshly balanced 14.6 Master Airscrew prop on it, and I've got a half tank of Morgan's Omega 10% with castor added, and that's all I've done to this engine. I just, the needle valve wasn't installed, so I installed it. I think I've got it open about a turn and a half, and that's all I've done. So this engine is ready to fire up. It's got very smooth bearings, excellent compression. It is an ABC engine, so I'm expecting some pretty good results out of this. So let's take a look at it and see how it does. bit of tuning, I think. See if it'll bump start again. Okay, well, not all runs go as planned. That was the first time I've tried to run this thing. I'm not sure if there's a fuel draw issue, or I know there's not a ratcheting clicker on the needle, but I don't think I saw that the needle was turning itself. It feels fairly snug in there. But it's got some kind of an issue. Could be carb, could be maybe an air leak somewhere. I think initially the low speed was set kind of screwed up. I think I have that a little bit better now so it'll at least maybe run. But it seemed like when I go to full throttle, it'll run for a while and then it'll just die abruptly like it's overheating. But I had at one point, I had the needle valve turn 3 turns out, and the instruction sheet for this thing is very scant. It doesn't really say much of anything. It is an ABC engine, so I'll just do my look inside now and see if I can find any kind of air leaks. It didn't come with any additional head shims or gaskets, which is unfortunate because it might need something like that. So anyway, that's the first that's a box to the bench review on this ASP 91. We'll work on it and get it running better. Thank you for watching. Okay, so that was a much better run. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to publish my first attempt to run this or not. This is my ASP 91, excuse me, two-stroke engine that I just got. This was going to be a inside look video, but when I began the inside look, I didn't even open it up. It just looked like it was in such good condition, I figured I'd just run it. So I turned it into a box to the bench review. So I went and I tried to run it a few hours ago with 10% fuel and the same prop I've got, or the same glow plug I've got in there, which is a K&D 7311. The thing ran like crap. I mean, total crap. It would keep dying, stalling out, whatever. It just wouldn't run. All I did was wait a few hours, reset the carb again to 1.5 turns open here, and I was using a piece of tubing here, and I was blowing through the tubing with it fully closed and just opening the idle so I could just start to hear some air blowing through, which is the same thing I did the first time too, so I really didn't do that thing much different. And now it runs like a champ. It hand started easily and it's running extremely well. And this is the only major difference, is that this is Morgan's 5% Omega with extra castor as opposed to the 10%. Is that what the difference is? I don't know. Only more runs will tell me that. But right now, this engine is a screamer. Runs extremely well. I'm really happy with it. And for under $50, can't go wrong. I'm loving this. Thank you for watching.